Hello, lovely people. Hi, Karen. Hi, Marie. Thank you for trying to stay up, Karen. Don't fight your sleep. Go to bed. Go get your sleep. I am resuming the practice for the week, and we're going to be doing this nightly for the next 5 days. My name is Khan Knight, also known as, Khan Mustafa. That's my name. And let me show my name here. Good. So glad you guys are all here. Thank you for allowing me the time to take a break. I've recharged my batteries, but at the same time, I still have a lot of emotional releasing to do, and it is just the beginning of what I need to do in the body. But that is okay. It's really a lot of fun. So today we're going to be resuming our channeling our guardian angels, or whoever you want to establish a stronger connection with. We're going to be going through each of our clairs, starting with clairsentience, which is feeling, going to clairvoyance, which is seeing, clairaudience, which is hearing, clairalience, which is smelling, clairgustance, which is tasting, and then we're going to go with claircognizance, which is using our knowing ability to channel messages for each other. And that's it. That's going to be the practice. Short, sweet, and super fun. So clairsentience, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairalience, clairgustance, claircognizance. And let's begin. Hey, everybody. So glad you all are here. Hey, Kerilyn. Hey, Grace. Hi, Sil. Hi, Maria. Hi, Mina. So glad you guys are all here. Thank you for popping in. All right, everyone ready to practice? Thanks, Kerilyn. I'm glad to be back. One thing I said on my live on Friday was that I was going to show my emotional release, and it really is, it's a rough one. But I've decided after talking to my mentor, I talked to William, and it's not really, I got to process this still. It's too early for me to share. And when I do, it'll be in a private group, and it's not going to be online because it's going to trigger a lot of people. And that's not fair to you. You need to be nurtured in a space if I'm going to be doing that. So it'll be in a private setting when I release that emotional release. So I'm putting that on hold until I'm ready for it. Other than that, I hope everyone's starting to breathe into your heart. I just finished the 1 Billion Strong in the YouTube channel where I went into heart coherence. So my vibrations are very wide right now. So if you didn't do that, just begin to breathe into your heart, breathe out of your heart, bring in an elevated emotion such as love, joy, and spread that to your entire body to raise your vibrations so we can begin to connect with our spirit. And hello, Luz de Luna, beautiful soul. All right, let's begin with clairsentience. And let's call our guides in, whoever you want to connect with, and let's feel them in the body. So, Sebastien, would you come in, please? Yeah, right down the spine. I can feel them right going to my solar plexus and then into my gut, right into my stomach. And I can feel his energy intensifying. I was just about to call him in closer, but he told me not to because I had a few days off. So he wants me to not go too hard and just sit with whatever he's giving me now. So I can definitely feel the pressure around my eyes, down my body, and right at my sternum, just below my solar plexus. I can feel I can feel his pressure and energy. Where are you around me? I feel he's off to my left side today and a little bit behind. So let me know what you guys are feeling if you're doing this. And there's the yawn. Thank you. Definitely feeling that shift of energy. And just do a little movement for me, please. Move around the room. So I can just feel him shifting his attention and energy. He's come around me and he's actually moved. He's moving actually maybe about 5 or 6 feet in front of me, and he's walking across, and I can feel he's now circling around, and he's to my back again. And actually, he's on this side now. He's moved over. So he's done like a complete walk around in about a 6-foot radius around me. Cool. Thank you. Says he's taking it easy tonight. Nothing too heavy. Since we've had a few days off, you haven't, or at least I had a few days off. Let me know who you've called in, if you feel anything. All right. So he's not letting me sit with this for too long. And I'm going to move right over to Clairvoyance, which is our clear sight. Okay, Sebastien. Kerilyn saying Solomon came in down in my spine and kind of rested on my shoulders right now on my right side. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you, Kerilyn. And what do you want to show me today, Sebastien? What are we going to look at? I can begin to see his face form. He's directing my energy and attention to my eyes and forcing the eyes to look out. So I'm just going to strain my eyes here for a little bit to try and see. I'm looking at a blank wall. So in front of me is a white blank wall. And I'm just staring at that to see if I can get a visual. And I can almost see the outline of his hair and his facial structure, and his body is starting to form through me. So much of this is my claircognizance, but I'm also training my eyes as well as I'm forcing this to go through. And I can see the shape of his hair, the shape of his face, and his nose. I can see like his thin build. And he's wearing pants, I can see in a bit. And it almost looks like army pants and army boots. That's the frequency or the feeling I'm getting from this. Okay, so he's just had me absorb in the energy now. So now I'm just absorbing in the clairvoyance, and I'm just letting my eyes receive and feel the adjustment of energy. So they're kind of throbbing right now, and they're vibrating with energy. Marie says, I feel Eloise, my guardian angel, feeling her through my crown, left side. Love it. Mina says, feeling tingles on my temple on my right side, energy on my crown, my guardian angel. Love it. Thank you, Mina. And Grace is saying, my SG Dashna or Dabasha. That's a cool name. I love that, Dabasha. My spirit guide Sebastien is here, feeling heart expansion, cold energy around me, and he is on my left. That is a really cool name. I love that, Grace. I love that. Grace, do you know anything more about your spirit guide? Like what they look like or what they're here for? That's really curious. Hey, son. Good morning. Marie says Native American looking, long dark hair and beautiful almond eyes. Oh, that's beautiful, Marie. Thank you. Keep feeling her brushing my lips. Oh, I love that. I love that. Kerilyn says, I see a silhouette on the wall and just a form of a body. Perfect. That is good. That is amazing. Hey, Callie. Great to have you pop in. Thank you. Okay, so that was our clairvoyance. I'm moving on to clairaudience, and this is whatever we can hear. And I was doing my clairaudience the other day, and I had my hoodie on. So I had my hoodie on like this. So my ears were covered. And as I had my hoodie on, and I tuned in the clairaudience, I could feel the tunnel of wind. So there was no way for wind to kind of get into my ears where I felt it, but I could feel the opening in a little, just like a little tornado that was forming in my ears of just wind and air and light. So that was really cool. And I knew it was an external like event or central air conditioning or anything like that, or heating, I should say, because I had the hoodie on. So that was a great experiment. Okay, so he's asking me to listen intently for a message. And I can feel the vibrations forming up in my ear. And I'm just trying to listen past the ringing. And it's in both ears I'm just trying to reach for right now. And he just keeps on having me reach to listen past the ringing. And it's not so much that I'm hearing anything, but he just wants me to do that action, to strain, to open up the clairaudience in this way first, and he's going to have me receive. Okay. Okay, there's my aunt yawn. So that means I know that my energy is, the body is adjusting to the energy. So he just has me relaxing now. Let me know if you're hearing anything. Sebastian's holding off his message until we get to the claircognizance. And he just has me sitting and receiving. I can feel like a faint bell sound. It's not ringing, but like a bell of some sort. Good morning, Ingrid. Thank you for joining us. Just working on Clairaudience right now. And there's like a faint sound of like a bell you might hear at the dock. And even a bell, it's like a mix between a schoolyard and a dock that you would hear some sort of bell. And I guess it's like a handbell. Ding, 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 ding. Calling all the kids in to come in from recess. Okay, he doesn't want me to sit with this for too long. He's making me move on. Grace says he presents himself as Native American male in his 30s. Oh, very cool. I love that. Love the name too, Debasha. That is really cool, Debasha. Thank you, Grace. Okay, so Clairalience, which is now smell. I'm moving on to smell. And he wants me to smell intently. And already I can feel pressure in my nasal cavity. So smell intently. And I can smell eucalyptus, kind of like a Vicks vapor rub, or like a chest rub, but it's like a lot of eucalyptus in there. And I'm smelling the Vaseline as well. I had like a really sharp smell. Like it's almost like you smell something pungent, and it was sharp. That it kind of like woke me up, or maybe even like smelling salts. It really felt weird. But that's all he wants me to do today. He's taking it easy on me. Since I've just had this break, and he's talking to me about my energy levels after my emotional release. He's trying to be kind to the body as it's going through transition and just coming in slowly back into this. Kerilyn says, I feel the vortex spinning in both ears and a faint sound of a singing bowl. Love it. Well done, Grace. Kerilyn, well done. And Grace says, I hear trumpets playing. Love it. That is beautiful. Okay, so he's rapidly having me move on, and I'm moving on to Clairgustance, which is the taste, and this will round out all the clairs for activating our pineal gland. And my tongue is getting swollen right now, and he's having me reach or put pressure into my tongue as if I'm actively trying to taste something. So I'm putting energy into here, which Master Jesus would call baptism by fire, because I'm going after it. And I'm kind of tasting the eucalyptus as well. It's more like pine needles is what I'm tasting. And it's almost the texture of the needle, like as if I had a needle in my mouth and across my tongue. I can feel the needle on my tongue. And there's like a taste of eucalyptus in there. Ingrid says, amazing. I have eucalyptus oil on my bedside bedstand next to me. Love that. Beautiful, Ingrid. Kerilyn says, nose is cold smelling faint incense. I love it. Well done. And Marie says, just feeling pressure in my ears, but nothing else, and tasting olive oil. Perfect. Perfect. Whatever we put our attention to is what gives it energy. So just by going through this practice, we are actively working on our clairs. We're trying to do something with it. It's not that we're just doing nothing. We're trying to do something with it. So this is a benefit of just putting our attention on it. And even if you don't do anything, just put your attention on all of your clairs and it'll work for you. Kerilyn says tasting salt water, and Grace is saying tasting salt. Very cool. You guys are definitely in sync again. Love it. Love it. Okay, we are moving on to claircognizance, and claircognizance is our knowing. So I'm going to ask everyone to channel a message for yourself. What do you need to know right now? And I'll ask if anyone else would like a message or has a specific question. I will ask Sebastien that, and we are all going to answer your question for you as a practice. So if there's any volunteers of who wants a message, that would be great. And if you guys need one, you can give me a message. I'd love to hear one as well. So maybe you guys can give me a message. I'd love to hear it. So, okay, Sebastien, what's the message? What do you want me to say to the group? I'm hearing the idea of practice isn't something that you necessarily lose. Once you give it energy and you stoke the fire, it's always going to burn eternally. Now, if you had a very long period of wait, then that could actually roll you back if you purposely block your abilities. But if you give it a little bit of effort and then walk away, but continue to have that effort open without actively trying to close it or deny it, you will keep the embers glowing. You'll keep them open so that it's not a matter of, so you don't have to worry about taking days off or not doing it all the time, because this is not a race. It's a long-term thing. It is just about doing it, and it'll all work out bit by bit. He says it's just a matter of, when you're doing the practice, celebrate that. When you're not, don't beat yourself up. So it's all about our practice, and that you just do it bit by bit. So that's great. Thank you, Sebastien. Okay, so Sun is asking, already at work, would love to ask for a message. Did a meditation with the 102. I saw like 100 snakes. What was the significance of that? That's cool. Okay. That is great, Sun. So I'm going to start with you. That's cool, Martin. Thank you. That's really great of you to say. You are welcome, and thank you for participating. Hey, Lisa, great to see you. Oh, I'm glad you're on with us as well. So we just finished our clairs and working on our claircognizance. So if you want to channel a message, if you want to do a little bit of practice, channel a message for yourself. We're going to channel messages for each other. And the first one is from Sun. Marie says, let's all send unconditional love to Khan. Gosh, you are the sweetest thing. Thank you for saying that. Kerilyn is I'm hearing the journey has just begun, and I'm seeing a winding road in front of me with a tower from a tarot deck that me really looking at the truth of the matter. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. I'm sending it right back at you, Lisa. And you know what I'm talking about. We're in this together. We had a really good release together, and I do. You're so much my sister, and I love you for it, and I thank you immensely. I do thank you. Callie says, the last few times I've been in the group, I feel like crying, and sometimes do, like I'm the saddest I've ever been, but I'm not. What is happening with that? All right, Callie. I got your name down. I'll write it down as Boocifer, so I can put that down. All right. Yeah, that's right, Lisa. Making this week lighter. Okay, everybody. So let's all channel a message for Sun. And Sun has a specific question that she did a meditation, 102, and saw like 100 snakes. And what was the significance of that? So let's all tune in for Sun and see what we get to that question. Did a meditation, saw 100 snakes. What's the significance of that? All right, Sebastien. What is the significance of the snakes that Sun saw? I'm feeling like there's a meaning behind the snakes. And this, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. And I'm feeling like there's really a representation of all of our emotions. And the last week in the meditation, the 102 is all about releasing, identifying emotions and releasing. And the significance of the snakes is that it's not just one emotion that you're working with, or not just one issue that you're working with. There are multiple, hundreds of issues that we actually actively collect within the body. And that not only is it in this generation, but in past generations. So there's a lot of releasing that we have to do. And each one of these snakes not only represent an emotion, it also represents an angle of who you might release for. Anything, for instance, you have one particular event that happened. Well, as you look at that event, what were you thinking when you made the decision? What was the turning point when you made that decision? When you made that decision, what was the conversation of the people that were affected by that? How did they talk to you? How did they talk to other people? What was happening within their hearts? What was happening in all the different players in there, so that one event would affect at least 6 different people? I think about I'm being shown Kevin Bacon's 6 degrees of separation, of not separation, but what is it? Of 6 degrees of connection or something like that. And so he's showing me that the every single thought or every single action has multiple reactions to it, and that means multiple people that you need to stand in their place and see how they were affected in each of those different positions. So that's what I'm seeing as the significance of the snakes. That it is a release to show you, here they all are scattered, and let's begin to work on them. Yeah, that's the significance of that, Sun. I hope that resonates with you, and let's see what everyone else gets with that too. Whew. Okay. Luz de Luna. I'm writing your name down on the list. And we have one for Marie. Mina channeled the message, don't dwell on the past, move on. Every experience is a lesson. Beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, and then I got you, Martin, on here. Grace is saying, I'm hearing stay heart-centered and don't let any negativity around you affect your vibration. Love that. That's beautiful. Lisa, this is for Lisa has for Sun. She says, I immediately get transmutation, shedding skin, transformation. Awesome. Love it. Kerilyn says, shed the layers. It's okay. You're safe. Message for Sun. Beautiful. And Marie says, I got one word, growth. That's all really good. Boocifer, Callie got change, and Mina got transformation. All in the same line, what we have with the snake. Keep it moving. Beautiful. That is great for Sun. I love that. I love that. Well done, everybody. Okay, so Callie, I'm coming up to Boocifer or Callie, and The question that she has for the group is, the last few times I've been with the group, I feel like crying. And sometimes I do like I'm the saddest I've ever been, but I'm not. What is happening with that? So let's all tune in for Callie and find out what this emotion is. So I'm hearing a couple of things, Callie, and one is I should better timestamp this. For Callie, I'm hearing a couple of things, and one is because of this work, the emotions are bubbling up to the surface, which kind of comes along with the ascension symptoms, the rays that we're getting on here. So it's changing the vibrational frequency of the body, and it is raising these emotions up to the top. Now, more of this is really a trigger for you to identify and look at the emotions within your body, so that you can begin to release them, and be sitting with it. Give it love, and make sure it's not going to be abandoned. And it's really more of a trigger to identify these emotions. The other part I'm getting to this is that you are connecting to a lot of collective energy, that as you're opening up, you are connecting to almost like the fear in the world. And you're not necessarily setting your intentions of saying, I only allow the highest and best intentions, the greatest good of all, only those that have the highest and best frequencies, type of thing. And, having Archangel Michael be your spiritual bouncer. So I'm getting it's like the empathic part of you. You're very open and taking on the energy of everyone else. And it's more just a warning to be careful of not to let that energy into your system, to be careful to know what is yours and what is not. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what everyone else is getting. Yeah, hi Mina, totally. See you on here about your dad. Son says it was tough to breathe last week. Was facing a lot of things this week. I'm doing much better, and transmutation really makes sense. Also, I realized one key event in my life staggered a lot of others. Oh, that is huge, son, that you found that identification for you, because now you can really work on looking at the different angles and paths of it to really explore that. That is huge, huge for you. I'm so glad. Lisa says for Callie, release for Callie, letting the lower density emotions out in order for the more light to enter. Yeah, totally. Very good. Kerilyn says, I get you're an empath and taking on a lot of emotions. Okay, that's in line. Marie says, recognitions and transmutations. Kerilyn, empath. And Callie says, after it passes, I do very much like, ooh, that wasn't mine. Awesome. So it's good that you're recognizing that. What you don't want to do is, like, if you continue to feel that in your body, that's where you need to at least breathe it up and release it. So, and just release that out of your system using your intention. And as long as you're not holding attachment to it, that's great. Because we're all empaths here. Like, we all feel, and we're all feeling a lot right now. So good for you, Kathy. If you know that, recognizing it's not yours, that is bang on, beautiful. Grace is saying, I'm getting those are some old emotions that are ready to be released. When you sit with them, it's like you give them attention. So that's all in line. So perfect, guys. I'm so glad we're all in line here. Okay, so I'm going to be coming up to Luz de Luna. And let me just timestamp you, 2949. And Luz is saying, can I get a message for my sister? She just got out of a long-term relationship. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Luz, I hope you have your sister's permission to do this. So let's see what we get from this as we get the permission. I'm hearing the song "Hit the Road, Jack. You better not come back. No, no, no more, no more, no more." So I'm hearing that song, and it's almost like this was a release. This is like goodbye. It's like she's just allowed so much room and just got rid of like a 200-pound weight off her back and just left so much room now for her to grow, to her to find her own, to begin to cultivate love within herself, and and be able to attract what is going to be the right next generation, like the right relationship. It's like it's just not. Yeah, anyways, dead weight's gone. Allow her, give her time to self heal and grow, and let more come in. So that's what I'm getting. That's super cool. Yeah, I love that. And I'm already seeing a little bit of um you're welcome, Callie. And Luna says yes. Yeah. Lisa says, I got the word breathe in big, bold letters or bold letters. Take time for yourself and cultivate love for yourself. Awesome. We're definitely in line there about cultivating love within yourself. Very cool. Let's see what others have. And then I'm going to look at, yeah, there's Boocifer. Callie says, fall in love with yourself. Yes. Yes, this is all about finding the love within us and realizing that we are love. We are not these external suits. We're not, other people don't define us. Love can't be cultivated from buying stuff or other people. Once you define love and you realize that you are love, that's when you realize that you don't really need anybody because you are love. And that's really all that we need. But then when we do that, we attract similar vibrations and let love in or adjust the relationships around us, and their vibrations will rise up or they're going to leave. So that's really cool. Kerilyn saying for Luna, I get great occurrence, new beginnings, practice some self care, seeing a woman getting a massage. Beautiful. Love that, Kerilyn. Great message. And Grace says, I'm also getting self love. Love. It's all about the love. There's nothing more magical than that. And the great thing is, so today we had our 12, 12, 12. So December 12th at 12 noon, we had a get together of 12 people of high vibrational and just hung out. And, it's just so elevating to be in that space. And we just, you rise each other up and you feel so good about it. And it was beautiful. It was a magical day. Just hanging out, intimate moments, a lot of discussions, a lot of awakening. A few people that were a little bit stuck walked away with better feelings. So it's just beautiful around. I loved it. And Marie says, step into your feminine. Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Okay, so Marie, I'm trying to find your message. There's Martin and there is Marie. Okay. Marie's question for all of us is, was I able to anchor and conduct the energies of 12, 12, 12, 12 today during my hike? Was I able to anchor and conduct the energies of 12, 12, 12 today during my hike? Awesome. Great question. Let's all tune in and see what we get from Marie. And I'm hearing like, well, why wouldn't you? If that was your intentions, you're open, you did the work. Yeah, well, of course you did. Why wouldn't you? And it's kind of like just saying, like, in not so many words, that's a silly question, right? Because you know this, but it's more of like a thanks for contributing your energy to this, um, to help the group by asking a question you already know the answer to. So you're being thanked and appreciated as well from me. Thank you, Marie, for asking a question that you already know the answer to help the group. That's really well done. Let me know what else anyone else is getting for Marie, and I'm going to circle up to Martin's question, and then Mina. Beautiful, beautiful. If I can find Martin, here we go. Lisa I got yes, but there could be more opportunity to do more if you choose. Oh, cool. Love that, Lisa. Great message. Grace says, I heard a loud yes. Love it. And Martin says, if you believe it's so, it is. But human body likes to doubt. Yeah, that's the ego talking, right? When you get the doubt, you get the ego. So remember that when you get that self-doubt, to thank the ego. Say, thanks for, because all they're trying to do is just look out for you. This is like, your mother. Did you eat enough? Are you warm enough? Did you get enough sleep? It's as annoying as it is that our ego is not a bad thing, and we should not discredit our ego. Ego is, hey, thanks for looking out me. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's okay, but I got this. I can do this on my own. Thank you for looking out for me. I thank you, but we can do this. And Kerilyn's getting powerful energy conduit for Marie. Yeah, and if for those of you that don't know Marie, she is very open, very spiritually gifted. She knows it. We know it. She's amazing. She's amazing. So that is great messages for Marie. All right, so we are circling up to Martin here, and Martin has a good question for us. And Martin says, why anger around some people? I'm filled with so much anger. I don't like it. I get feelings I do not know what they are, and sensations, lots of pressure in the chest and body after I feel horrible. Yes. So I'm going to channel it anyways while I bring it in here, but I know the answer. Okay, so he's just telling me to speak, and he's going to do it through me anyways. So Martin, what you're seeing is a mirror of yourself. It's not necessarily that you're mad at them. You're mad at yourself because you're mad at them for the same thing. This is triggering an emotion within you. And if it's the same people outside of you that are triggering emotions in you, that means that there is some sort of pattern. And you need to look at that pattern. You need to look at the emotions, identify it. So go through your meditation, sit there and look at that event, and then break it down. Feel what the emotion is, feel that anger, feel where it shows up in your body. Sometimes you might need to, it's going to show you an image that you need to see. And other times you just need to breathe it out by inhaling and attaching your attention onto it. And then breathe it up your spine, up to your crown chakra, and exhale it out your crown chakra. But first, actually sit with it. Just feel yourself sitting with that anger and being with it, just as you would a friend, a partner, whoever it might be. And you're just sitting there with them, consoling, and allow your energy to integrate and connect. And once you feel that integration and connecting with that energy, say, I love you, and I will not abandon you. And just let it know that you are here. Just like a dog that's cowering or whimpering, you need to say, I love you, I'm here for you. You put your hand out, you give it food, and then the next time you put it out, it's not sure of you yet, but then you do it again, and then you do it again, and do it again, and eventually that dog begins to vibrate with your energy and knows that it's safe. This is what our bodies are, because remember, our bodies are animals, so you need to do this over time. What you can do is look at my website and look at the intuition development playlist. That's under the playlist, intuition development. You're looking at stage 2, and it's pattern rewriting. Look at that video and get a sense of that. And there's a meditation in there as well. So take a look at that. But this is definitely you. You have an emotion within you. You need to release it. This is not them you're mad at. You're mad at yourself because there's something that you see in them, which is a mirror image of yourself. You're looking at yourself. So yeah, I hope that resonates. If you need anything, watch that video first, and then we can talk about it. Cool. Okay, so Callie says, I think this is for Marie. I just saw trees at the foot of a mountain or a wall, and I'm from the flat part of Texas, so hills look like mountains to me. Awesome. Cool. Martin says, I already feel lighter. Thank you for good vibes here. Yes, man. It's all about good vibrations. I love that. Lisa says, I'm getting call for love. Keep showing up for him. Beautiful. Beautiful. Marie says, yes, I got a huge dragon come in during the ceremony. Lots of color, first blue. Then when the dragon showed up, it turned deep red. I made a crystal grid and sat in the middle of it with a large quartz. Holy crap, Marie, that's awesome. Did you videotape this? That would be really cool to see and share. That'd be really cool. I love that. Kerilyn says, Martin, I'm hearing raise your vibrations. Fill your body and aura with love vibrations. Yes. Yes. Very well. Good, good, good. Marie says, thank you all. Appreciate all your messages. Yes. Martin says, I did. Beautiful. Good man. And Grace says, it's a part of you that gets triggered through somebody else's anger and needs healing. That's it. That's it. Well done, Grace. Well done. I love that. Great messages, all. Yeah, and you're right, Martin. Like when we do this, it is just high vibe, right? You feel better just doing the messages and being with each other and knowing that we're not alone. And this is all out of love, right? So it's a good feeling all around. Okay, so I'm gonna come up to. Okay, sorry. What Martin says. First, I'll say Callie. Callie's found out love yourself anyway. Yep. Martin asks, what about when I encountered an alpha draconius? I backed him with rage. It is also a defense. Yeah, it always is. Anytime you're meeting that fear or whatever that what you have to face, you're meeting it with something low vibrational like fear, anger, or hate. That's not how you do it. You want to approach it with love, no matter who you come to. Even though that you hate the most, you need to love it. Because I mean, typically there are two emotions. This is either you can either somebody is wanting love and they're expressing love. So they're going to give love or they want love. So when someone is triggering you or they're yelling at you, they need love. So it's a call for help. They need love. There's only the two: giving love, needing love. So this is what you're. This is yeah. Martin says I felt bad later. Yeah, for throwing anger at him. And don't be so hard on yourself, Martin. This is part of the growing experience and the learning of how to practice the art of love, which is what all this is. We are practicing love. So you need to recognize that when you're seeing somebody, that is this a trigger within yourself? And this is where the emotional release comes in, that we look at it within ourselves. And when you feel somebody, we need to, once you observe it, most of the time you're going to see the reason why they are angry or you are angry. And more often than not, it's because something else triggered them. And really what they need is compassion. It's like, oh, yeah, yeah. So you just had something really horrible happen to you. You lost your wife, your dog, your kids, like something happened. And really they need love. Bar none. There's only those two. They need love or they're giving love. What are the two? Yeah, Kerilyn, I see what you're saying here. I'm going to do Mina first. Mina says, Martin, I'm getting don't judge. The triggers are a reflection of you at that moment. That brings down your vibration. Send love. There's a lesson. Boom, right there. Yeah, well done, Martin. There you go. You're welcome. And Callie says, anger is long-term unexpressed sadness. Yeah, for sure. As it builds up, it gets worse. That pressure cooker needs to come out. So give it love. Give it love. Okay, I'm going to come to Mina. And Mina 44, 54. Okay, so Mina's question is, my dad had just passed a few days ago. Can I get a message from him? Okay, Mina's dad. Now, usually this is a channeling Sebastien time, but I'll ask him to be. He might need to be my translator, but because this is a death, I want to bring him in. So I'm going to channel in your dad. But normally this is the time I just do questions through Sebastien. So Mina's dad, would you come in, please? Okay, feel him. A lot of head pressure. A lot of strength in the eyes. I can feel a lot of heaviness in my back. So okay, so Dad, what does Mina need to hear right now? I'm feeling strength within the sadness. So a little bit of sadness wants to come through, but there's also a need or a wanting for you to be strong in the current moment. And I'm getting the feeling to support your mother, support your siblings. I don't know if you're the oldest, but there's a need, or you are the strongest of the family. You are just you are grounding. That's your energy. You're just the grounding figurehead of the family, which is almost a replacement to the father head. That you are grounding. You're keeping everyone balanced and together. Um, and there's a need for you to take on that role for now while your father's in transition and while everyone else is transitioning. It's not to say not to grieve, but you, in terms of transition, like your father, he hasn't died. He's just transitioned into a different energy. It's just going from a caterpillar going into the chrysalis and then emerging as a butterfly. So it's very much the same that we deemed as the word death. It's not a death. It really should be called a transformation, and that's what he's gone through. So really, a little bit better not to be completely sad about it. Of course, you are sad, but um, stay on that side of positivity. He's also in the need of wanting to connect with you. He wants you to celebrate the fun moments that you had together, the positiveness, so you can elevate your vibrations and connect with him and talk with him on an energetic motion. I get he is going to be going into a rest chamber pretty soon, so that this is going to help him acclimate himself back into the spirit and energy type world. So he's not in the rest chamber yet, but he's about to go in there, and that's what I'm getting, Mina. I hope that that connects and resonates. Callie says he's always with you. Great, it's true. There's lots of love from Grace. Thank you. Lots of love. That's beautiful. Lisa is saying, I'm getting that he's not ready for questions yet, but is sending love, and I'm seeing him pat you on the head like it's okay. It's okay. Yes, sending love to you. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's typical. This, they still are shifting in their vibration. And so they still have like a lot, they feel all the human emotions still of the anger, hate, depression, sadness. And it's a transition of growing into this. So, yeah, thank you. But it's good. I'm happy. I'm happy you're actually your father transition, because it's kind of a crazy time right now. Not everyone's meant to be sticking around for this time. So he decided not to, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so we're going to do one more for Kerilyn. Since we've kind of shifted out of not channeling our spirit guides. So I'm just going to throw in one more anyways. And that was be for Kerilyn. You can see what you're asking here. Kerilyn says, can I try a message for my dad again? I've done some work and I'd love some confirmation if it's complete or on the right track. Okay. So Kerilyn's dad, in relation to her question, is she on the right track? What's the message that you have for her? Okay, what's the message for her? And I definitely feel your opening. I'm feeling he wants you to avoid it asking the question about, oh, am I opening up? And he goes, it's almost like, of course you are, but it's not that tone that he's using. He's saying like you are opening up, you are opening up into your gifts. Um, but it's like you just started. So really, the confirmation that you're getting is is that yeah, you're doing it. It's like you've just kind of gotten onside the bike on the bicycle. You've just pushed yourself off, and you're saying, "Am I doing it? Am I doing it?" He's like, "Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it." So it's almost like you're asking the question really early of whether I'm doing it, and of course, like you are, like just keep going, keep going. So he's encouraging you to keep pedaling the bike, keep pedaling the bike because you're doing it. So just stick with that energy. You're doing it. Yeah. And Kerilyn from Mina, I'm hearing as much as you need to be the strong one for others, make sure you take quiet time for yourself to get through this. He loves you so much. My heart just got so big and warm. Beautiful. That's lovely. Mina says, totally resonate with this message. I'm trying to keep everyone together. I'm the middle child, but I'm usually the one in charge and keeping everything together. I just felt the pat. Love it. Love it. Solid. So good. Lisa says, this is for Kerilyn. I'm getting a gesture um, like he's in his hands in front, and then he moves them out wide. Just like he goes with his hands in front, and then moves them out wide. Um, Lisa says, Mina, filled with chills from your dad as confirmation. Love it. Love it. Beautiful. And Maria's hearing, I'm getting, don't put pressure on yourself. Everything happens in divine timing. You are doing the work, trust. And that's for Kerilyn. Beautiful. Guys, thank you so much for coming back as we do this. So I'll be doing this for 4 more nights before I take the weekend off, and then we'll resume again Sunday night at 12:15. But I'll be back in 24 hours. So we'll be back 24 hours. I'll see you at 12:15 tomorrow, Eastern time. Again, same time tomorrow, and I'll be doing that every day this week and up to Thursday, and then Fridays off, I guess. So thanks, guys. I appreciate all your energy, kind of playing with this. You guys have. Oh, good. Okay, Elise says yes. Got that right. Thank you. Boocifer, I feel my guardian angel wings enveloping me. Love it. You're welcome, Martin. Thanks for coming out and playing and contributing your energy. So appreciative. Mina says, my dad was retiring in Thailand. He had COVID-19, even though he got 2 Pfizer shots already. Yeah. We all know it doesn't stop transmission. It doesn't do anything. Yeah. So that's unfortunate, but there's divine intervention here. So he really was ready to go. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. It was good night. Good night. All right. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. We will see you in 24 hours, less than that. And I'm sending you much love. And thanks again for contributing your energy. See you tomorrow. Bye.